evening. Tonight we're going to make a special request recipe. One of the viewers, Lindsay, has asked if I would take a request, and I said, yes, sure. And we have a recipe from her grandmother, and it's for chocolate drop cookies. So we're going to make those tonight. Now, the recipe calls for Cocoa Plus, which I had never heard of, and it turns out it's like a drink mix, like Quick, which I thought I had Quick, but I don't. So I'm going to use a different substitute for Cocoa Plus, which is Hershey's unsweetened chocolate and sugar. The recipe calls for 6 tablespoons of Cocoa Plus, and it turns out that the substitute for that, other than Quick, which would be a 1-for-1, unsweetened chocolate and sugar, 3 tablespoons of chocolate and 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar makes up an equivalent to 6 tablespoons of Cocoa Plus. So the sugar and the cocoa is all mixed. We're going to do something with that in a minute, but right now we're going to take our other ingredients, which are 1.5 cups of flour, 1 egg, a 1/4 cup of margarine, and I never cook with margarine, but tonight, to stay close to this recipe, I'm actually going to do that, and 1/2 cup of Crisco shortening, 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then we're going to take a whisk and whisk these all together, and if that doesn't do it well enough, I'll get out a hand mixer, but I'm hoping not to have to use a hand mixer tonight. By the way, if you hear fireworks, that's because it's Christmas, New Year's season here in Puerto Rico, and they really like fireworks. So they start shooting it off early in December, and they finish up sometime in the middle of January after Three Kings Day. Alright, I'm about out of patience with this. So what I'm going to do at this point is use a hand mixer. Okay, I was trying to do this without using a mixer, but we're going to use a hand mixer because I think it'll make things easier and faster. Now, back to the cocoa and sugar. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of oil to the cocoa and the sugar, and we're going to mix that up with our little whisk as best we can. Then we're going to melt it together. So I'm going to use the microwave, so I'll be off camera for a couple of minutes while I do this. Okay, I would say this is melted, and now we're just going to mix that again. This is pretty uniformly mixed up, but I'm going to give it 1 or 2 seconds with the mixer just to make sure. Not very long. Trying to avoid over mixing the cookies as much as I can. And they look great. What we're going to do now is take our little cookie scoop, and this is the little one. Oh, that's soft. I think we're going to spread them out a little bit here. The oven, by the way, is heating to 350. And these don't cook very long. They cook for 6 or 7 minutes. And the recipe cautions that you don't want to let them burn, so it says watch them closely. So we will do that. At about the 5-minute mark, we're going to really start watching them. I'm a little curious how this dough tastes, so yeah, it's a chocolate cookie. Forgot one of the things we're supposed to do at this point is sprinkle a little sugar on them. So I got my sanding sugar out, and we're going to put just a little bit on the top of each one because I think they do need it. I don't think they're very sweet. While we're waiting for the last few degrees on the oven, we'll fill up another pan. Don't know if you can hear it, but there was a burst of fireworks there for a few seconds that was not right overhead. Okay, now we'll put sanding sugar on this one, and the oven's up to temperature, so let's put this pan in the oven. I've set the timer for 6 minutes, so let's see what we have in 6 minutes. More than likely you heard that one. I just checked. They're not spreading out as much as I was afraid they would, so they're going to be little round cookies about this big probably. Okay, that's 6 minutes. Okay, let's see what these cookies look like. Only been a couple of minutes, about 3 maybe. They are done inside. They're soft. They're kind of like cake-like. Personally, I'd like a little more chocolate and probably a little more sweet. They are very, very cake-like. Flavor not very strong at all. It's a subtle chocolate and, like I said, not quite sweet enough for my taste. Maybe if we hadn't had to substitute, to make a substitute for the Cocoa Plus, or had we used Quick, they might be more sweet. So, my final impression and opinion on these cookies is they're they're really not for me. There's not enough chocolate flavor. It has a very subtle chocolate flavor. It's not sweet enough. It's not bitter. It's not sweet. It's on the sweeter side of bland. If I made them again, I would use Hershey's Special Dark Chocolate. That'll give them a little more chocolate flavor, or I'd add chocolate chips. I think that's pretty much all I would need to boost them up. And you could also add a little more sugar. I think I'd add maybe a couple tablespoons of white sugar on top of the brown sugar that's already in. And they're easy to make, simple to make. They didn't take much time at all, and I've actually had fun making them. They cook really fast. They cook in 6 minutes. They make a nice, neat little cookie. If you like a chocolate cookie that's milder flavored, these would be great, especially if you're a person who doesn't really like really sweet cookies. Then you'd probably love these. I would like to thank Lindsay for the trust that she put in me to ask me to do a special request recipe for her and to send me the recipe. I'm kind of honored that she asked me to make her grandmother's cookies. I feel kind of bad that I don't really care for them all that much. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll probably see you after the New Year.